you are a creative artist in your own right. There was an Elio Pace before the Billy Joel Songbook, wasn't there? How do you balance your own? Do you get frustrated at all with thinking, gee, I'd like to take 6 months off and just write my own stuff or whatever? Does that ever happen?
That's very interesting. It's a very good question. And I've never really been asked it, and I've never really spoken out loud. I speak to myself about that. So these ideas, these things are not completely properly formulated, whatever I'm going to say. But look, I wanted to do the Billy Joel thing because no one else is doing it, right? And I say no one, I mean, at the level that we're doing it, there is no one else in the world. You can go to Germany, you can go to Australia, Switzerland, you can go to Canada, even America. No one is touring a nation at this level doing this one thing, paying homage to Billy Joel. I mean, America is full of people who can sing Billy Joel's music at the piano, and so is Asia full of it, and Europe, but no one on this level. So I started this knowing that there was a hole in the market, because we didn't know what Billy Joel was going to be doing. He organised he's doing these once a month Madison Square Garden concerts, which are now coming to an end. It's been 10 years. So I really threw myself into this. Before I did this, yes, I've written songs. I've had songs covered by artists around the world. I had a top 10 hit with one of my songs that was covered by a Swedish band. My song, What a Day, my Christmas song, What a Day, gets played all over the world every year, thanks to Terry Wogan and all the people that made that happen on BBC Radio 2 became playlisted. And so, yeah, you go, so why, Elio, have you stopped doing that? Why have you stopped? I wrote an album that I'm very proud of called A Seat at My Table. So I've had all those bits and pieces, but, independent artist. I was signed to Warner for 5 minutes during the Weekend Wogan year. That came to a crashing halt at the beginning of 2011, literally after, 5 months after signing. They decided that it was going to cost too much and they were cutting back, and I went. I'm just another casualty of the record industry. And I fully embrace being an independent artist. Now, I'm trying to give you the most honest answer to this. So to be an independent artist, what does that mean? It means you look after yourself. You manage yourself. You fund your own projects. What a Day cost me money. A Seat at My Table cost me money. That wasn't record company money. That was my money saved from doing, jukebox musicals or touring with Ronnie Corbett or playing for Shakin' Stevens or playing for Susie Quattro at Albert Lee. This is money I saved. I could have bought a house. I decided not to. I decided to spend it on, as an independent artist, to create stuff. Am I glad I did that now? The Billy Joel Songbook live DVD and CD, which ended up winning an award in New York, I paid for it. It's my money, right? I realized that doing my own material without the machinery and the backing of huge industry and paying someone to do your social media and paying someone to do your advertising and marketing, this is thousands of pounds a month. I don't have it. So trying to promote my own show, I sold out Ronnie Scott's in December 2011, I think it was, or 2012, it was 2011. Sold it out, and made some money that night. But that was London, concentrated. But when you try to go on the road with the band and the costs of putting the band on the road, paying their fee, their food, the hotels, the traveling, all of that stuff, the advertising, the marketing, getting someone to design the poster, printing the poster, sending the poster out. This is thousands of pounds. And when you're doing material that radio stations won't play or can't play, right? Because it's not Gary Barlow and it's not Ronan Keating or whatever it is, understandably, because all that lot, it's you know how the industry works. Maybe the public don't know how it works, but the public should know how it works. The reason why all these guys, when you know, when somebody, you know, has a brand new album out and it's a star, you hear about it everywhere. You can't turn on the radio, the TV, you can't get on a bus, you can't get on a plane. And it's all, how's that happen? Management pour thousands and thousands of pounds all over in different areas of the entertainment business to make sure that everybody hears it so they can sell. If you don't have that, you don't reach as many people, which means that even if I'm doing a gig, you know, in Stevenage at the Gordon Craig Theatre, I was happy that 80 people bought tickets. When I went to, you know, wherever it was, South Shields and did the lovely Customs House, I was happy that 52 people bought tickets. But you can't make a living at that without the machinery. So when the Billy Joel Songbook thing happened, and but that was born out of the fact that Billy's original band, two of whom have just been here 10 years ago, contacted me and said, Elio, we'd like you to come to New York to co-front the reunion of our band in New York. That's when I went, right, do you know what? This is the catalyst. This is the moment. I've got to find an agency, because booking theatres yourself is hard, long, grueling, and it takes away the, or you're doing that all day long. I'm not playing the piano. I'm not writing songs.
Yeah.
I got an agent and they booked the Billy Joel Songbook. And the next thing I know, this agent got 70 dates in 2014, the first ever tour. And that's when I realized, hold on. So 70 theatres want the Billy Joel Songbook. Only 10 years ago, before that, I'd sat on the phone with a list of every single theatre in the country and called them myself. Hello, my name's Elio Pace. I'm putting together a Billy Joel show. No, sorry, sir. Bang, 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 down. Rejection after rejection after rejection. 6 theatres out of 250 theatres said they wanted the show. And one of those theatres thought that it was the real Billy Joel that was coming to play in a 300-seater somewhere. It was hard work. So there wasn't even a market for it then, or maybe I wasn't the greatest salesman. But anyway, we eventually got it. And that's when I realized, you know what? I need to pour everything I have into making this a success. Because if I want to stay an independent artist, and actually I do, I realize we've all heard the stories of, you know, we see the glitz and the glamour. The public see the glitz and the glamour at the other end of being signed as all the stuff that goes on with losing the rights to your music. And we've seen it in George Michael, in Prince, and all the legal, anyway. Yeah. So I've made a decision, Andy, that I want to just keep going at this, managing myself, doing my own stuff, because it's free. It's freedom. It's a beautiful freedom. I don't wake up in the morning with pressure bearing down on me. You know, no. I don't. It's a beautiful place to be. And I've worked hard for that. Yeah. So, yes, I do want to be creative. On my phone, right, on my iPhone, I have snippets of me singing into the voice notes and talking into the voice notes of lyrical ideas of stuff that would probably amount to about 3 or 4 full albums worth of material that I've written, right? Yeah. But I don't have 6 months or 7 months to stop the world, pour metaphorically all this stuff out of the box on the floor and piece it all together. It would take weeks for me to do it. And I just don't have the time because, and I'm not complaining, because the songbook has taken off. It's in 10 years. It's never done that. No. Even when the pandemic came along, it was actually, I was so relieved to have a break in the pandemic from the world. To be honest, I was. Yeah. But it's just done this. It's done this, and through the work of all the brilliant people that work with me and for me, and then, as I say, Phil McIntyre coming along and saying, we quite like the idea of this show. You know, can we have a chat? And I said, yeah. They took so much off my hands. They book all the theatres now. They organise the artwork. Yeah. It's very difficult, Andy. I found something, and I believe in Billy Joel's music as well. Yeah. Yeah. Second to mine, I believe in his music, but because his has a reach, you know, has a proper reach. Yeah. Who am I to turn that opportunity to reach people I believe his music is the greatest, and I want to sing those songs to people so that they can leave the theatre going, do you know what? He's right. He is the best. Or, you know what? Yeah, I thought that was good. But when you hear it in that context, and when you compare it to this, I want people to think, and this is a great vehicle for me to do that. So it's not that I don't want to write my own material. I do, because I've got to tell you, playing What a Day, my Christmas song, in a theatre and hearing 360 people singing the chorus back to you. It's only 360 people, not 36,000 like Billy Joel has singing Piano Man back at him. But, you know, it's a thrill and a half. And I will and plan to write my own material, but I'm fully involved with all my heart and soul in making sure that Billy Joel's music doesn't go away. And so that's what I feel really spiritually connected to that.